Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the City of Greensboro. The city's Human Relations Department, in partnership with Second Chance Alliance and Thrive GSO, hosted a listening session for individuals who have been directly impacted by probation and incarceration. The listening session included presenters who shared information and resources to help these individuals alleviate the consequences of having a criminal record. Featured speakers included Congressman Mark Walker, Dr. Love Crossling, Director of the Human Relations Department, Irving Allen with Ignite NC, and Daniel Bowes with Second Chance Alliance. For more information about the Thrive GSO initiative, call the Human Relations Department at 336-373-2038. The Parks and Recreation Special Events Office is accepting applications from vendors who want to participate in the 2017 North Carolina A&T Aggie Fan Fest. The deadline to submit an application is 5 p.m. on September 15th. The vendor application is available online. Aggie Fan Fest will take place October 6th through October 8th at War Memorial Stadium, located at 510 Yanceyville Street. Fan Fest is the largest city-managed special event, entertaining more than 50,000 people during North Carolina A&T State University's homecoming weekend. This year, the festival producers have added more family-friendly entertainment to be featured in the festival area, in addition to musical acts and a visit from the A&T Marching Band. The event will feature more than 100 vendors selling art, clothing, crafts, and food. For more information, visit the special events website or the city's Arts and Events office at the Greensboro Cultural Center located at 200 North Davie Street. In honor of National Parks and Recreation Month, Greensboro will host Parks and Rec Fest, a free festival of games, activities, and live music. The festival will take place from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. July 30th at Gillespie Golf Course, located at 306 East Florida Street. Festival goers will enjoy a variety of activities hosted by the city's Parks and Recreation Department, including bounce houses and outdoor games, face painting and temporary tattoos, free use of the driving range, and prize giveaways. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., the festival will become a Music for a Sunday Evening in the Park event, featuring live music from the Sweet Dreams Band and the Rob Massengale Band. Food and beverages will be for sale. There's still time to earn VIP access to the festival by participating in Parks and Recreation's 31 Days of Play social media contest. The person who posts the most pictures on Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag 31 Days of Play will receive VIP seating at the concert for themselves and up to 12 friends. Handicap parking will be available at the golf course. All others should take advantage of the free festival shuttle from off-site parking at these locations: 600 East Florida Street, 1900 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and 500 Patton Avenue. No dogs will be allowed at the festival. For rain cancellation information, call 336-373-2373. In an effort to help our employees and residents improve their quality of life, the city has partnered with Cohn Health for a series of brief and informative videos we're sharing in hopes of inspiring you to invest in your health by getting fit and staying fit. Let's check in with our friends at Cohn Health for today's News for Your Health.
70% of Americans say they want to die at home. And in reality, 70% of Americans die in hospitals and facilities. Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Golding, Medical Director for the Palliative Medicine team at Cohn Health, a member of Cohn Health Medical Group. I would like to talk to you today about one of the most important conversations you can have with your loved ones, a conversation about end of life and advanced care planning. There's nothing more heartbreaking for me as a physician to sit down with a family who is in the midst of crisis. They have a loved one who may be nearing end of life, an unexpected heart attack, stroke, or other serious illness. And they have to make decisions about their loved one's care. And that loved one can't speak for themselves. By completing these documents, by having the conversation early, you're giving a gift to your family. You're giving them the gift of reassurance that they're acting in a way that you would want them to. if your health should deteriorate. It may start at your first visit with your adult doctor. So you may begin by doing something called a living will or a healthcare power of attorney form. This form really is designed to protect you when you're young, should you have a horrible accident, should you have an unexpected serious terminal illness diagnosis, or should you get unexpectedly ill. It will guide your loved ones in making decisions that you would want. As you move forward through your life, there may be points where you need to think about revisiting your advance directive. And when I say an advance directive, I'm talking about the forms that support a conversation that you should have with your loved ones. A living will and a healthcare power of attorney are legal documents, and they do require signatures, witnesses, and a notary. As you move forward at certain points in your life, maybe even when you renew your driver's license, or as you age, perhaps if you have a hospitalization, or maybe even your job changes. Maybe you are involved in a high-risk job. Maybe you're in the military. Certain points in your life, you need to revisit your advance directives. One of the things that I always say a good point to revisit your advance directives is when you enroll in Medicare. And when you enroll in Medicare, you should make sure that you have your documents in place. And that should be a reminder to also have the conversation with your family. At the time of a new diagnosis of a serious illness, these things should require some preparation. One of the things we can talk about is how to start that conversation. The first part of that is thinking in your own mind and doing a little preparation before you talk to your loved ones. Thinking about what matters to you, and try to get a plan in place to talk about those things. It could be at certain points that you think are important. Maybe around the holidays when you have your family together. It may be just at the dinner table. Sometimes I'll say, think about somebody else you know who's been really sick. You can use that as a context for the conversation. If so-and-so isn't doing well, I would or would not want those kinds of things. You can also talk about it within the context of a newly diagnosed health problem. Sometimes family members will be taken back by the conversation. I remember talking to my 100-year-old grandmother who did not want to have that conversation. But it's really important that we talk about these things because we want to make sure we are doing the right thing for our loved ones. Not what we want, but what our loved ones want. That way, they won't have to live their life wondering, did I do the right thing for my mom? Did I do the right thing for my dad? Did I do the right thing for my wife or my husband? They will know, and they will have the confidence that the care that was provided to them at the end of life was the best that it could be. So advanced care planning is the way to ensure that that actually happens. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful for you and your family. Please don't wait for a crisis to occur. Start the conversation today about your wishes at end of life. For more information, go to cohnhealth.com/advanced directive. I'm Elizabeth Golding with the Palliative Medicine team at Cohn Health.
Neighborhoods across the city of Greensboro are sending criminals a clear message. They will host block parties as a way to take a stand against crime. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Greensboro Police Department is encouraging neighborhoods to register for the 34th Annual National Night Out, which will take place on August 1st. National Night Out block parties support Chief Wayne Scott's strategies of implementing best practices to reduce crime and improve quality of life while expanding community outreach efforts. Sponsored by the National Association of Town Watch, National Night Out is a unique crime drug prevention program designed to heighten crime and drug prevention awareness, generate support for and participation in local crime prevention programs, and send a message to criminals letting them know neighborhoods are organized and fighting back. Any neighborhood can participate in National Night Out. Back in the day, residents showed their support by turning on their porch lights. Today, many communities make the night an opportunity to get to know their neighbors and police officers. Communities participating in National Night Out are encouraged to register their events with GPD and can request appearances by officers, the K-9 unit, McGruff, and special teams. To register your neighborhood or to request GPD resources at your event, visit GPD's webpage or contact your community resource officer. The Parks and Recreation Department is hosting the inaugural International Soccer Tournament at Hester Park, July 27th through July 30th. The tournament is limited to the first 8 teams that register. This tournament celebrates Greensboro's rich and diverse soccer community, which includes players from around the world. Men and women at least 16 years old may participate. Teams are guaranteed to play 3 games. The winners of each pool will play a championship game to determine first and second place. The second place teams from each pool will play in a consolation match to determine third place. For more information, please contact Austin Homan at 336-412-5799. City Arts has partnered with Joy Movement Dance to offer Uplift Girls, an empowerment group for girls ages 9 to 18. Beginning August 7th, the group will meet Mondays from 6:30 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. at the Called Clue Multicultural Center located at 1700 Orchard Street. There is a one-time $25 registration fee for the group, but scholarships are available. At Uplift Girls, young women learn new skills in a creative and interactive environment. The group will explore topics such as self-care, entrepreneurship, and global citizenship. The girls will also engage in fun activities such as field trips, yoga, dance, writing, and theater. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate the entrepreneurs, the artists, the community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on Habitat for Humanity's Amanda Albert. Louisiana native Amanda Albert was lured to Greensboro more than a decade ago for an AmeriCorps post with Habitat for Humanity. Today, Amanda serves as Habitat's construction supervisor, teaching and managing crews of volunteers who help build affordable homes for local families. She says she likes working for a purpose. It's not just building houses that's exciting, it's building houses for a person that wouldn't necessarily be able to afford a healthy home otherwise. Amanda's career spurred her interest in ecologically friendly building techniques. She spent much of the last 5 years learning how to build sustainable homes with locally sourced materials and natural products like straw bale insulation. This year, she's been actively leading a straw bale construction house build in Utah for and with low-income families. Her passion for sustainability has also led to a partnership between Habitat and the Greensboro Permaculture Guild to teach new homeowners how to grow their own food. Guild members now volunteer to design and install landscaping at Habitat homes. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. A portion of the Atlantic and Yadkin Greenway will be closed beginning on Monday, July 24th for approximately 3 months to accommodate a retention pond maintenance project. The trail will be closed to bicycle and foot traffic from the Lake Brand Apartments to the area south of the Wild Turkey Trail. For more information about the closure, call the city's contact center at 336-373-2489. For up-to-date trail information, please visit the trail's website at greensboro-nc.gov. The City of Greensboro is the recipient of a multi-million-dollar grant for lead abatement. Coming up after the break, find out how residents will benefit from this federal funding. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Congratulations to the City of Greensboro for a recent award of more than $2 million to address removing lead from houses throughout the community. Joining me now to explain how this money will impact the quality of life of many of our residents is Jennifer Freeman. She is the city's Housing Rehabilitation Administrator. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us, why does the city administer the lead-safe housing program?
Okay. Well, this is actually the 5th time that the city has been awarded this grant from the federal government. And there's really 3 components to the grant. The first component is to make pre-1978 housing lead safe, education for the general public, and training for contractors who work on pre-78 housing.
Okay, so that's 45 years old, pretty much is what you're talking about, structures that are that old with paint that may have been used back in the day that contains lead.
That's right. Any structure that was built before 1978 has the potential to have had lead-based paint used in it.
Okay, so why is it important to address lead hazards in these houses?
It's important because when the lead starts to deteriorate and it starts to flake, peel, or chip, it can be ingested into someone's body, particularly young children and pregnant women. And it can cause an array of different problems such as learning disabilities, behavior problems. It can affect vital organs. It can lead to all kinds of negative impacts on these individuals. So it's best to try to remediate it so that that doesn't happen.
Okay, and I've known children are particularly prone to putting all things in their mouth, and those chips of paint that you mentioned is something that they tend to eat quite often.
They do, because lead-based paint is actually sweet. So the kids will taste it, and just like candy, they want to go back and get more and more. And also, you can have dust that once, kids put their hands in their mouths all the time, so they can absorb it that way as well.
Okay, good to know. Now, what are some of the methods you actually use to address the removal of the lead paint?
Depending on where the paint is located, we use an array of different methods. We can wet scrape the paint and then paint over it. We can encapsulate it, so it's like putting aluminum trim on deteriorated trim on the house. It can also be removing the components, such as windows and doors. So just depending on where it's located, we will use those types of methods to remediate the lead.
Okay, and is there an eligibility process that you use to determine who can qualify for this assistance?
Yes, we have an application, and homeowners and rental properties are eligible for this program as long as they're in the city limits of Greensboro. The house was built before 1978, and for homeowners, they are low to moderate income, and for the tenants, that they are low to moderate income.
Okay, and how do they get more information if they meet the criteria you just listed?
They can contact the city, the Neighborhood Development Department, and we also have our application on our website.
Okay, well, thank you, Jennifer, for stopping by, sharing this very important and life-saving information. We want you to come back and tell us more about the other housing programs available through the city. Come back and see us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public and air live right here on the Greensboro Television Network. Regular meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month in the council chambers on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule, please visit greensboro-nc.gov/council meetings. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Greensboro Children's Museum began with one man's dream of bringing a children's museum to Greensboro. Jerry Hyman was inspired by traveling to children's museums around the country, and he began to share his vision with community leaders. A group of dedicated alumni from the Leadership Greensboro program served as the steering committee, then launched a capital campaign led by Cynthia Doyle. 3 years later, on May 15, 1999, the Greensboro Children's Museum opened its doors at 220 North Church Street. The Greensboro Children's Museum is a hands-on, interactive museum for children, their families, and teachers. The museum is designed to inspire learning through play in a fun, energetic, and safe environment for children up to 10 years old. The 37,000 square foot facility in downtown Greensboro includes more than 20 permanent hands-on exhibits in our town and a new outdoor edible schoolyard that are designed to stimulate children's imaginations and provide educational play experiences. It's where play is a smart adventure. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our City Department Spotlight. Stay with us.
Hey, this is Jody, and this week we bring you free summer entertainment. Start your weekend off on a theatrical note as the Drama Center of City Arts in Guilford County Schools presents Shakespeare's classic comedy, The Tempest, at 5:30 p.m. on Friday at Gateway Gardens, located at 2924 East Gate City Boulevard. Bring a picnic dinner to enjoy. Admission is free and the show will run Friday through Sunday. For more information, visit thedramacenter.com. Also on Friday, the Smith Senior Center, located at 2401 Fairview Street, will host its Summer Dance from 7 to 10 p.m. Dance the night away with DJ Greg Pendergrass as he spins your favorite summertime tunes. Refreshments will be served. For more information, call 336-373-7564. Want to try something different? Head over to LeBauer Park, located at 208 North Davie Street, on Saturday at 10 a.m. for Boundless Body Boot Camp. Come alone or bring a partner. This free, multifaceted class combines cardio and strength. Check out LeBauer Park's Facebook page for more information on free events and programs. Looking to cool off with a fantastic indoor activity? Head over to Central Library at 219 North Church Street for a Saturday afternoon showing of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them starting at 2 p.m. Enjoy this blockbuster film in the children's programming room. Information on this and upcoming library events can be found at greensborolibrary.org. And finally, head over to the Carolina Theater this Sunday for the continuation of the Summer Film Fest featuring Alfred Hitchcock and his classic film Vertigo starring James Stewart. The film begins at 2 p.m. For ticket prices and a full list of the Summer Film Fest calendar, visit carolinatheater.com.
The City of Greensboro has 22 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Parking Operations Division is responsible for all city-owned parking and parking enforcement in the Central Business District. This includes 4 parking decks, 7 surface lots with metered and monthly spaces, and on-street metered parking. The Parking Operations Division is also responsible for daily operations and maintenance of parking deck facilities, operations and maintenance of surface lots, response to customer complaints, installation and maintenance of parking meters, revenue collections from parking meters, a debit card transaction system, and parking enforcement in the Central Business District, as well as at UNCG and North Carolina A&T State University. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO segment. Most people would agree managing a city is a daunting task. It's fair to say some governments are managed much better than others. Personal finance website Wallet Hub compared 150 of the largest cities across the United States. They based their findings on 33 indicators across 6 categories to determine which cities are managed the best. Congratulations to the City of Greensboro for making the list of the 25 best-run cities. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.